All right, we have some breaking news coming in from Pakistan. The US has asked its non-emergency personnel from 2 of its consulates to leave Pakistan. The US State Department says it had ordered non-emergency staff from US consulates in the cities of Karachi and Lahore and their families to leave due to security concerns. However, it said there was no change to the status of its embassy in the capital, Islamabad. At least 26 people have died during the protests that erupted across Pakistan on Sunday following the killing of Iran's supreme leader. Violence was reported near the US consulates in Karachi and Lahore, where hundreds of protesters gathered and vandalized property and set parts of the premises on fire. In Gilgit-Baltistan, protesters also set fire to United Nations office in Skardu and damaged nearby buildings. My colleague Diksha has more details for us. Diksha, this is really a major development from Pakistan, and the US has now sent a directive to the consulates in 2 of its embassies. Tell us more.
Right, Vidur, and the situation in West Asia, of course, remains fluid and deeply volatile. With every strike, there comes a statement, and with every statement, a counter-narrative. And in the fog of war, information itself becomes a weapon now. Let's try and make sense of what has happened now. As you've just mentioned, the US has urged its non-essential staff to move away from Pakistan because of the violence that has fomented there as well. We've seen protests after the assassination of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Now, the Israel-US conflict against Iran has put Pakistan in a quandary here. Not only does Islamabad share ties with both the United States and Iran, it even shares a defense pact with Saudi Arabia, which we know had pushed Donald Trump to attack Tehran. Well, referring to the current conflict now between Iran, Israel and the US, Pakistan's defense minister, Khwaja Asif, alleged that a war has been imposed on them, and this is in spite of Tehran's willingness to negotiate. Well, this war, he claimed, was orchestrated by Zionists with the express purpose of extending Israel's influence towards Pakistan's borders. And well, that's not all. The minister then warned that should Israel emerge victorious, then it would then lead to India, Afghanistan and Iran adopting a joint single-point agenda of enmity towards Pakistan. Well, of course, there are a lot of statements that are coming in, and this, according to Asif, would make the country's borders insecure and surrounding US and enemies from all sides and turning Pakistan into a vassal state. This is what the minister said, that Pakistan would be converted into a vassal state. Now, to put things in context, Asif's remarks, as Vidur was also mentioning earlier, come in the backdrop of an intense military confrontation between the US and Israel on one side and with Iran on the other. The conflict started with US and Israeli strikes decimating large sections of Iran's military and clerical echelons, including killing of the supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, which then led to many protests, as Vidur has also mentioned, in the report and also in the breaking that's just come in. And it had targeted at least 11 other countries like Bahrain, Oman, the UAE, Saudi Arabia and others. And, well, of course, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's death, which led to protests and anger that erupted in many parts of the world, including in Pakistan as well. And on the streets on Sunday, this was after the United States and Israel confirmed the killing of Iran's supreme leader, in coordinated with airstrikes on Tehran.
Right.
And, of course, Vidur, these are the latest information we have now. And as you mentioned in the breaking, that now US has urged its non-essential staff and their family members to move away from Pakistan, also indicating that, more violence could erupt in the coming days. That's all we have for now, Vidur.
Right, Diksha, thank you so much for those updates. As you mentioned, this war in West Asia really has wide-reaching implications, not just for the countries in West Asia. We've seen in Pakistan now violence has been ongoing for a number of days, and now the US urging non-emergency personnel from 2 of its consulates to leave. So really a warning of that this war is not over and really has far-reaching consequences for a lot more countries. Thanks for those updates, Diksha. We'll of course keep tracking this news.